Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Ophelia Staten, and I just wanted to thank you guys so much just for such a warm welcome with my first video. Your kindness was just unbelievable, and I just wanted to thank everybody for watching, for the likes, for the subscriptions. It totally means a lot to me, as this was far harder than I honestly thought it would be. Today I'm just playing around in my journal, and I thought I would do a one little word. So I've prepped this page by gluing down some random bits of dictionary paper and other types of paper with matte medium, and then I went over all of it with some gesso, just a thin layer. I'm going to let everything dry, and then I'm going to, of course, put on some gloves and a bottle as I start with painting with a brush and then end up using my hands, basically. I'm using just regular acrylic paints by Lukas, Carmine, Magenta, Florescent Magenta, and Indian Yellow. I'm just going to use those to just build a background. I found an old stamp that I bought years ago from Darkroom door, and it's just a background stamp that I kind of randomly stamped over the area. I found a Crafter's Workshop stencil with some Rowney acrylic ink that I put in a spray bottle, as well as some Marabu ink that I've sprayed over this. And once that is, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm just going to use more paints to kind of keep building the background of this page. It seems as though I have, or I will cover up completely what I've done, and that's fine. A lot of times I just keep adding layer upon layer upon layer, and even though it looks like I've covered it up, I can still see it on the journal page. I took that same Rowney acrylic ink in the spray bottle and just used it to splatter over the page, and then I'm going to let all of that dry up before I continue. I grabbed a pile of collage elements, and I love to use some papers that I've jelly printed, or Robin Marie Smith's or Teesha Moore's are my favorite collage sheets to use. I love to take, for instance, this purple piece here that I'm about to cut off is just a piece of Yupo paper that I've put watercolors on. And I completely flipped the orientation of the journal because I liked the way that it looked better when gluing down these elements. Instead of using matte medium on that piece of Yupo paper, because it's a heavier piece of paper, I use Golden's soft gel medium to glue that down. But for all the other elements, just regular matte medium will do the trick for gluing those. And I usually just use Liquitex matte medium or Golden matte medium. I buy those by the gallon. I'm going to let those dry, and then I'm going to get the Jerry's Jumbo Jet black pencil that I always use, and I'm going to just kind of go around the edges to grunge it up a little bit more. I like the darkness of this pencil, and it separates those elements from the page so well. I then got some Rowney black ink, and I'm going to use a nib and a dip pen just to do some journaling, and I decided that my word for 2018 would be true. I just think it seems, or for me, I want to be true to just the art that I want to create, true to who I am and my style of art. So I just thought for 2018, true would work for me. I glued down a arrow, and it was another one of Robin Marie Smith's collage sheets that I used, and then I found another one and I just glued it down with a glue stick. A lot of times I just end up gluing random bits of paper down, because this year I want to focus on reining in my pile of papers that I have. Instead of using the other collage sheet, I went and found a dictionary page with the word true on it, and I'm just going to cut that out and glue that down over the page. But I didn't want to glue it down by itself, so I took some Golden glazing liquid, and I'm going to go mix that in with some of that Carmine paint, just so that the words will still show through. And I found a Donna Downey stamp that says art that I'm going to use to stamp over that dictionary paper that's with the definition of true. Once I have that stamped out, I'm going to use some of that red paint, the Carmine paint there, to go around the edges of the paper there, and then I'm going to use a glue stick just to glue it down, and use that jumbo jet pencil to go around the edges of that. I will then go in with a smaller brush just to add a few more elements to the page, and then use an old credit card to kind of scrape on some ink and some paint and some black ink. And that's about it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Wishing you a happy new year. Please subscribe. Bye.